Everyone, welcome back to the channel, Coin's Reaction Zone, and another Scooby-Doo reaction. So this is episodes 4 through 6 of the new Scooby-Doo movies they'll be releasing today. I decided to change up the release schedule. I was busy yesterday, but I'm changing it up to Saturday, as in like Saturday morning cartoon. So the new release schedule will be 10:30, 1, and 4, and then Wednesday will be around the same. The first episode will release anywhere between 8:30 to 10:30, depending on how I'm able to get it done. Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday will be days off for now until I fill up a slot. I want to be ahead on Scooby-Doo before I do that, so actually starting recording in advance, which is what I'm working on. But new Scooby-Doo movies will be what we have to go through first before we get to actually being able to even it out and work on releasing other stuff, because they go back to 20 minutes afterward. For now, these are just the super long ones. What we're going into as we get to episode 4, which is also series episode 29. But last episode was called Wednesday is Missing, which we rated a 7 out of 10. And I really enjoyed that one because I love the Addams Family comedy compared to like the Scooby-Doo franchise, and it just really fit well together. I feel like it was really strong. The only thing I really didn't like was the bad guy, the Vulture, being the housekeeping couple, was kind of random for me. Like nothing really happened with him, so it felt like a waste of like 40 minutes. Like I feel like they should have picked a better bad guy, or like use one of the Addams Family characters as the bad guy, make it kind of even out with that. So it was just kind of a disappointing end for me. That the children are afraid of the Addams Family. It's like, no, they're not. It's like, okay. And then that's it. That's how the episode ends, which is why I give it 7 out of 10, not anything higher. But I did like the last 2 episodes, but everything else after this I'm too sure about, especially because I'm not really very familiar with a lot of 70s and 80s celebrities, so it's going to be a little bit harder to do that kind of thing and enjoy that kind of comedy, because it's a bit kind of old school for me. And one of the things that I noticed that people had on reviews for the new Scooby-Doo movies is that it's just kind of a bit over people's head, really, which it probably will be for me as well. I'm going to try to enjoy it as much as possible because it's still Scooby-Doo, but it is a bit more of a slog. Three Stooges episode, that one really didn't do it for me personally, but hopefully there's some down the line that will. So this episode is called the Frickert Fracas, released on September 30th, 1972. This one is Jonathan Winters, who's the first celebrity to ever voice himself in Scooby-Doo media. He was a comedian and an actor, author, and artist. He was born November 11th, 1925, and died April 11th, 2013. He was also a voice actor who voiced Papa Smurf in the original cartoon a long time ago. And then he also voiced Papa Smurf later on in The Smurfs and the Smurfs 2. The Smurfs 2 was also his final film role. That's pretty cool that he redid his voice for that. And this is his only voice role in Scooby-Doo, but he does have a live action kind of callback in Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster, which is the second set of Scooby-Doo live action films, which I will be wrecked since I've only seen like one of them before. But it ended up being cut because it was deemed too gratuitous, because he actually had a legit role as the bad guy in this film, even though from what I could tell he's not the bad guy. But yeah, so Jonathan Winters, so I'm curious to see how his comedy will be. We have another one with Maud Frickert, who's actually a character played by Winters and voiced by him in this episode, but he developed it for his comedy album, so he played both himself and her. And then another dumb trivia. First time Daphne whistles on screen. Second time Velma whistles on screen. The first time she whistles with her lips on screen. That's a dumb one. And then this episode is actually the first time Velma uttered her popular catchphrase Jinkies. So that's really interesting, because Shaggy was actually the first one to say Jinkies in the Dynamic Scooby-Doo affair. But Velma, this is when it became actually her catchphrase. So that's going to do it for me for the initial trivia. Kind of a basic one, as we're just going to get right into the episode. Our current stats are for season 3 is Scooby has 4 Scooby snacks eaten, Shaggy has 0, Fred has $50 of property damage, and Scooby has 200. Everybody else has 0, because it's mostly the guest stars that have the property damage, not the actual gang. And no weird food items at all for this time, so that's going to be another blank one. So hopefully some more in ensuing Scooby-Doo project. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. There's always something going wrong with the Mystery Machine, like breaking down or running out of gas. That's how they always get to their locations in these past 2 seasons. Oh, there he is.
D, E, F, G. Nothing like keeping up with your education, right? C, what comes after G?
H.
H. Thank you. Well, that's a hard one, ain't it? Now, what can I do for you? Fill her up. Sure thing. I'm new on this job, I only started 6 months ago.
Hey, I think he's putting us on.
Sure he is. Don't you recognize him? You're Jonathan Winters.
Okay, officers, you got me. I'll go quiet. Hiya, kids. Hope I didn't shake you up too much. Just funnin'. Got too much time to kill. Gotta do something to keep from going out of my skull.
Gee, Mr. Winters, what are you doing way out here?
I'm on my way to Frickert Farm for a few days rest. Just as I pulled in here for my gas, my motor went...
They immediately recognized him, though. That's nice.
Tells me it'll be a 6-hour wait while they send a discounted refrigerator from town or something or other. Gee, I'm in a bind. My old friend Maud is expecting me for dinner.
Maud? Maud Frickert?
We've seen you do impersonations of her on TV.
That's her, old Grandma Frickert. You know, she's getting ready to open a chain of fried chicken stands.
Oh, so it's a part of his comedy album, but also a real character in Scooby-Doo universe. That's interesting.
And you can meet the real Grandma Frickert in person.
No spooky characters.
That's funny. Daphne's mentioning previous mysteries, and then the Scarecrow opened its eyes. So the Scarecrow is the bad guy in this one. It looked like a guy, though, so I don't think it's going to be Maude or Jonathan Winters. It's never the actual main celebrity. Oh, so we already got 3 suspects. Okay.
Pretty weird, right? I know about these farm folks. They can play strange little games. Hey, let's go.
Wait, Shaggy and Scooby, where are they?
Jinkies, they've disappeared.
Oh, Jenkins, there we go.
Shaggy? Is the coast clear?
What are you doing in the well?
My gosh, don't you ever get thirsty?
I should have known.
Hi there, big fella.
My name's Vernon Crow. I'm Mrs. Frickert's handyman.
Vernon Crow.
Trespassers.
Well, I
We're not trespassers. I'm sorry.
Hold it! If you folks come sneaking around here looking for that secret formula, you're wasting your time. There ain't no
Secret formula?
Here. Now get!
Well, look, fella, I'm Jonathan Winters, the famous comedian.
Jonathan who? The what?
Jonathan Winters, the not-so-famous comedian.
Mr. Winters and Mrs. Frickert are close friends.
Yes, he's a very old acquaintance.
He don't look so old.
Look, Vernon, there's Mrs. Frickert in the barn. She'll tell you who I am.
Heavens to Betsy, it's my old buddy Jonathan and his friends. Vernon, you big oaf, why didn't you call me?
Think it's got here, Mrs. Frickert?
Well, you big clod, don't just stand there, show him into the house. Heavens to Betsy, it's my old buddy Jonathan and his friends. Vernon, you big oaf, why didn't you call me?
But Mrs. Frickert, you
It says the same thing.
There you go again, you keep talking like that, Vernon, and you'll go from Frickert's friends
It's,
to the
that's funny. You can tell it's his voice too.
What was that infernal
Yeah, because
outside?
he's voicing himself as well.
Chased them off.
My, people keep sneaking onto the farm looking for Grandpa Frickert's secret formula.
It's kind of cool though that they use his of character he already voices a part of the script to make it make sense for a Scooby-Doo mystery.
Even I don't know where.
And we got a red-haired guy and another guy.
Evening, Maud. Howdy, Mr. Winters.
Oh, we have another suspect.
They're Jonathan's friends. This is Mr. Shaky, my banker. He's nobody's friend.
Mr. Shaggy?
Hi, Mr. Shaggy.
Ciao, Mr. Shaky.
Let's sit down, Simon, and you can tell me about my bank loan.
About this business you're going into. Grandma's Fridays Fricassees.
Excuse me, sir. That's Grandma Fritter's Frice Fricassees.
No, it's Frickert Fracas.
How about Frickert's Fracas?
Listen, it's Grandma Frickert's fried fricassees.
Thelma, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, like that
Oh
don't
my
make no
gosh.
sense at all.
Let's not pronounce it. Let's
Pronouncing the
keep it on
names.
ground. Well,
That was a funny moment. I like that.
Maud, I'm sorry to tell you this.
If you're sorry, don't call me Maud. It's Mrs. Frickert to you. Here's your hat, and here's your briefcase. Tomorrow morning, I'm
Yeah, so Maud's the victim. Jonathan Winters can't be the bad guy, so it's either between Vernon Crow or Mr. Shaky. Since those suspicious guys walking around, they'll only reveal them as the bad guy if they're actually named. From what it's happened between other iterations and other episodes of Scooby-Doo that I've watched on the channel, so it can't be them.
Oh, that Vernon. Ain't bad enough him posing as a scarecrow. Now he went and left the chicken coop open.
Ooh, I'm hungry. Like I just gotta find something to eat. Like we gotta get out of here fast.
Oh, there's somebody on the other side.
Yep, there's the Scarecrow hiding in the
My
thing.
gosh. Oh, I broke my fingernail. Hey, there's something in there. It's a tin box. Like,
And of course, Shaggy and Scooby started digging, looking for eggs, and then they found a just chest in the bottom.
Oh, I think it's food. I'll taste it. Hey, hey, what are you? A chicken or a hog? Get away. That was Grandpa Frickert's chicken feed. The secret formula scoop.
Oh my gosh, that's a huge chicken. Holy crap.
Wow, like look at those drumsticks.
Oh man, he full on fell.
Jonathan's voice.
Maud, it's him, the Scarecrow.
Creepers. Heavens to Betsy, the grain's pouring out, and he's pouring out with it.
We better get down there and fast.
Yeah, everybody keep your eyes open.
Uh-oh, something's moving in there. Stand back, everybody. Well, not as far as I'm gonna stand back. Someone's got to stay close to gravity.
Come on, man.
Zoinks. Oh, what hit me?
Only about 20 tons of grain.
Where's the giant chicken?
Giant chicken?
I think the grain sprained his brain.
Look, someone else is coming out.
They found the formula. Don't let that pile of poultry get away. There's enough there to run my chicken stand for a year. Come on.
Alright, let's do it. Jason the Giant Chicken.
Gotcha, you big fat fowl.
Stop! That bird's too fast for us. We need wheels. To the mystery machine.
Oh nice, full on just going in a car chase at this point. Kind of crazy that's what the Scare formula did.
Jonathan, how'd you get in there?
Never mind that. How am I gonna get out?
Just hang on. We're going after that big old bird.
Why don't Scooby and
I think it's kind of funny that they made Maud kind of a lot cooler than the regular actual Jonathan Winters, even though that's one of his guest star, one of his voices.
Crickets, Jonathan,
can head him off at the crossing.
Will do.
Uh-oh, better stop this machine.
Oh, the chunkin' shrunk.
Jonathan, you're always in such a hurry.
Girls, you just caught the best act in show business.
Oh my
I've got a
gosh.
good mind to fire you,
That's
Vernon.
such a dad
You're
joke.
a real troublemaker. You know what you did, Vernon? You left the chicken coop open.
That doesn't look like
How dare
Vernon.
you mistake me for Vernon? Huh?
Yeah, it has to be Simon then. He already spoiled it, but it wasn't the same kind of body type. It never is whenever you unmask somebody in Scooby-Doo, but they usually keep it pretty close.
Those darn kids came along and threw a monkey wrench into my plans.
Vernon, where were you when we
Oh, that was quick.
Sorry, Mrs. Frickert. Things was getting too mixed up for me.
That's about the smartest dumb thing you ever did. And that was the smartest dumb thing you ever did, Simon. The secret formula don't work anyhow. It wears off. Too bad you won't be around for my rock festival.
Yeah, the rock festival with those those kind of hippie guys. That's funny.
Coming up. Why aren't the roosters crowing?
Oh, okay, I guess
Just keeping out of show business. Okay.
Scoopy would be the rooster. Except his first movie is Scooby-Doo Goes to Hollywood, so that won't work. Alright, and that was the new Scooby-Doo movie, the Frickert Fracas. They pronounced it in the beginning, but basically what happened was those two suspicious guys, the brown-haired one and the red-haired one, they split up and Vernon, Jonathan, Scooby, and Shaggy went to go chase them. They came up with the idea to sneak in through the window. Whenever the red-haired man hid in the mill, he got caught in the water wheel, and then the red-haired man went back to the farm. Maud, Fred, Daphne, and Velma went to the wheat field, with Fred and Maud searching one section of the wheat field and Daphne and Velma searching another. And that's when Fred realized that the Scarecrow was somebody in disguise and told Daphne and Velma to grab him, but he bolted, and so the girls gave chase, forcing everybody to flee in different directions before running towards the farmyard and escaping. But eventually the suspicious men are caught and revealed to be completely innocent. They knew nothing about the secret formula. They just wanted to make a rock festival, which is what she mentioned at the end there, and that they had nothing to do with the Scarecrow, that they were simply hiding in the haystack because they got frightened by the Scarecrow jumping into it. And then Vernon, from the end, as you know, he vanished, and then that's when Scooby and Shaggy discovered in the chicken coop the secret formula buried underground in a metal box, and that's when the rest of the happenings happened. The episode's so long, so I just cut most of it out to make the 10 minutes, but that's just what happened in between. So not a bad episode. Jonathan Winter was funny a good amount of time. Still kind of a basic episode. Like, it felt like such a waste having those two other suspects, those rock festival guys. Like, really just 25 minutes of just focusing on them while other things were happening felt like a bit of a waste. And then for only to be like a secret chicken formula that's super good, and Lawyer wants to open up his own chicken restaurant, and then it to be a one-time thing just felt like a bit of a waste. And another one that could have easily been a 22-minute episode and been perfectly fine. You just had to cut those two characters and then you're down to 22 minutes. So it felt very bloated and pushed ahead, kind of a weak one, but there was some fun comedy moments, so it's not as weak as the Three Stooges, but not as strong as Batman, Robin, or Wednesday. So I think I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 10. I did enjoy a lot of it. There was some cool, funny moments. There's no stats at all, no nothing of that nature, which is why I think a 4.5 is a good score for that. I'm not liking the new Scooby-Doo movies as much, especially because from what I heard, 2 and 3, which is what I reacted to last session, are the most popular ones. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle as we get through these episodes. No matter what, I'm going to react to all of it, and then we can get into the later parts of the era. So that's going to do it for me. I'm going to keep it rather short so we can react to a bunch of episodes and record more and get ready for the week. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next episode for episode 5. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day. So this is a little bit of an add-on. After thinking about it a bit more, I think I am going to push up the episode to a 6 out of 10 and not a 4.5. I definitely think it's third place for me on ratings. I don't think it's as strong as Dynamic Scooby-Doo Affair or Wednesday is Missing, but I did like his comedy and like his throwing of voices. I just feel like that they wasted a lot of time with the other two, the Rock Festival guys, added on an unnecessary 25 minutes just to make the episode the 43 minutes long. But it still had a lot of funny moments, and it had some good chuckles for a comedian I'm not very familiar with. So I did enjoy that part of it, and I think that's going to push that score up.